Okay.
Good morning, Sharks. We've all been there before. Bottom of the second half, last minutes of the fourth quarter. The team's dead, the fan section's dead, and it's just quiet overall.
If you're a fan sitting in the fan section, you're expecting an uproar, but you're really, really, really saddened by it.
Your fan section suffers from dry fan sectionitis. Affects teams nationwide.
However, there's been a crazy discovery of a cure.
Momentum, empowering
Fan
fan
sections,
sections,
one
one
school
school
at
at
a
a
time.
time. So the three main problems that we're trying to solve is fan sections not being loud enough, students not having the ability to convey school spirit, and parents using a small, reliable noisemaker to energize their children,
Our customer segments and the people we will be focused on first will be high school fan sections and also known as students. We believe that if you can hook a parent on a product, their students, aka the student, the children are much more likely to purchase it. So therefore, we'll also be targeting parents as one of our segments.
And yes, so our solution is this noisemaker right here. Yes, even though this is a very ugly, bad model, the idea is fairly simple, okay? You take two pill bottles, a small pill bottle and a large pill bottle. You put a small pill bottle in the large pill bottle, okay? You drill a hole, and you blow air into this hole. The air hits the bottom, and it rebounds through the sealed air, the sealed air cavity, and the air comes out, and it's a nice booming resonant sound, okay? And we intend to make this totally customizable with different types of paint, stickers, duct tape I use this time, and different colored balloons. And okay, you can kind of
Yeah,
see
so
how.
our competitors, the main two that we found was Shindigs, and it was basically like a wholesale, so they sell like all different kinds of noisemakers and whatnot. And then our next competitor would be the Boomsticks at the NBA games, and we found that they would go outside of the stadium and they would sell it face to face, which would primarily what we would do at like sporting events like high school or maybe even college, and we would go there and we talk to our consumers face to face and be able to have them want to purchase our product or get any feedback from them.
And so something that we noticed about the boomsticks is that after use, 30 to 40 minutes, the boomsticks kind of die, meaning that the air inside kind of just deflates, so to speak. So at Momentum, our UVP says, when your team is down, they look for fans to provide them with a spark. At Momentum, we will provide fan section with the tools to encourage your team to perform at their best, okay? So that means even when it's the fourth quarter and your team's down and you're feeling weak and your boomsticks might be deflated, Momentum can never be deflated,
Alright, now moving on to the market size. So our total available market, which is approximately 1.3 billion, this number was put together by measuring the attendance numbers of four major sports, namely hockey, baseball, basketball, and football. Now, the serviceable available market, we again looked at the attendance numbers of these four major sports, but we honed in on the Chicagoland area, and this gave us a serviceable available market size of close to 5 million. Now, our market share is 42,000, which is approximately 0.85% of our serviceable available market. We believe that we can capture this by appealing and marketing out to all the District 211 high schools as well as the District 214 high schools.
Yeah, so our profit breakdown, one product costs $6.99 and it costs us $1.54 to make, which is an equal gross margin of $5.45, which is a gross margin of 78%. Yeah, so our revenue at year one would be $41,000, which is a net income of $16,000, and by year 5 we would hit $78,000, which is a net income of $37,000.
And so our main goals for our MVP is to create a landing page, and the purpose of this landing page would be to appeal to customers to draw them in and see. We would kind of have a pre-order button for the prototypes that we would make, and depending on how many clicks we would get for the pre-order button, we would be able to determine how much people actually want this product. And another goal of ours is to finish out our prototype. As you can see, our prototype's a little ugly, boy. It has burns. We're gonna try to figure out a nice, easy process, or not easy, but a quick, efficient process to build that and duplicate it very easily. And we will provide our early adapters with like a free version of it, and we're gonna ask them to take a quick survey after.
And so our timeline, much like Josiah just said, we're gonna try to create buildable models, but with consistency, because that is obviously not the permanent and the model we would sell. So we want to be able to solidify the durability and increase the rate of building. Since it is only us, we want to at least have steps or a process that we can give directions to other people, so that if we were to, hey, build this for us, they could understand perfectly fine and not mess up the first time. And through March and April, that's when we start the testing stage. This testing stage is going to be very important, because that is what is going to tell us and let us know how much of the product we need and how much we need to distribute and how many people are actually going to buy it. We also want to build a customer base that is solid through the testing, and get feedback so we can know, like I said, who's going to buy it, how much, and how we're going to get it to them.
So Sharks, we are asking for $335. The cost breakdown and implementation would be, we would use $60 towards building and maintaining a landing page, and the remaining $245 would be going towards perfecting a prototype. Now, the cost breakdown here. This yellow sector is the 20%, as I already mentioned, which is the $60 in maintaining our website. Now the remaining costs will be broken down as follows. This 31% sector here is representative of a 20 dram pill bottle, 290 count, all for the price of $95. The second biggest sector, which is the blue 25% up there, is a 16 dram pill bottle, 360 count, for the price of $75. The remaining materials we need to perfect it would be a hot glue gun with the necessary amount of glue sticks for $30, along with our personal laminator for customization ability. And finally, the last $25 would be going towards purchasing our very own customizable sticker maker.
And so, Sharks, as you can see, dry fan sectionitis is a real problem. The question I propose to you is, what will you do to help the world get its dose of momentum? Thank you.
Can I hear it?
I'd like to hear it too.
Yeah, I want to hear it too.
Oh, goodness gracious. This is not a working model. This is why it's our ugly boy. I just want to bring in something to, just so you can hold and feel.
It does make a noise though.
Yes, the one I did get to work, it does make a noise. That one is out of service, so it's kind of
What would you
busted
compare the
latex.
noise to? Like, what is it?
I would compare it to like a truck horn going down I-90.
Yeah, like it,
Oh,
it,
wow.
it actually does make a very nice resonant sound. A boom, or maybe if you ever heard a Vikings game when they score a touchdown, and like that's how big it's like the boom of their cannon, but like a truck horn.
Have you used these games?
No, we have not used them yet because, I mean, there are several reasons. I didn't get the prototype working until over winter break. And also, we're not sure about all the rules relating, I don't think that we could use them at football games unless it's playoffs. I don't think we can use them at basketball games unless they're playoffs. So that could affect some of our numbers, obviously.
What, there's the school rules or something?
Yes, IHSA.
IHSA.
Yeah.
So, in the testing in March and April, what, you're talking like soccer, softball, base, like what are you talking about? Where are you talking about testing?
Any sport that's going on at the time, we would basically be handing out free models. And at that time, obviously, through February, we'd have the time to really master the production of the product. And so we would be handing it out for free, like I said, about 40 or so each month, just to get enough data to know what can be fixed, what can be adjusted, if people actually like it, or do we need to change the product to a whole different line of products, something that people actually want to buy. Because yes, this will work, and we've seen models that work, and he has had a model that did work, but we do really want to make sure that in this environment and in this area and what we're focusing on, people will actually want to buy it and be able to use it.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of what sports have a fan section in that time of year when you said you're testing.
So yes, it's interesting you would say that. Our girls soccer team is actually very good. So we could definitely use it at soccer games. I know that's kind of like our main customer persona, that we see like a soccer mom, so to speak, someone who could use it to cheer on their little child. So especially at Olympic Park, there are a ton of soccer fields there. I currently work for the park district, and I work the grill. There are a lot of crazy parents. A lot of crazy parents, yes. So soccer, also baseball season is coming up. There are not too many rules for baseball, I know because I play. So yeah, there's still sports that we can definitely get up.
Could hand them out on Friday or Saturdays and Sundays for SAA soccer. for
Yes.
parents To see if they like them.
Oh,
Yeah, just stay that way.
No,
So
they're
if I
not a good
understand
idea.
right, you've done some vetting and you've come to the conclusion that there is this market out there? Or is it just by looking at the competitors? What's your research behind it? What's the process you followed to get to this opportunity?
Okay, so the main process that we all kind of had our own idea to begin, but we all had to come together, and that was really important. So first of all, we thought about, hey, what are all of our favorite sports, okay? And then we thought about, let's not think about our favorite sports as much, but maybe the sports where you could actually like use something like a noisemaker. And so the first thing I thought about was soccer, because you know Chelsea is one of the great teams that's like it's known for its loud fans, you know. So I think, hey, soccer, you can definitely use a noisemaker. What else? Jacob knew that there was NHL hockey. They have something like a boom every time that a goal is scored, you know. And so we started thinking like that, okay, and then we said, okay, we have to really narrow it down, okay, so let's just think about our proximity, you know. And so we just thought, what's around us? Chicago, a great city, you know. Tons of minor league teams, tons of like big teams that we could definitely try to market to. And so as we thought about that, hey, we have to start even smaller than that. And then we started thinking locally with our District 214 and District 211 schools. Yeah, so that's.
Yeah, but when I say opportunity, I mean you've arrived at particular sports or however you've come to that, but then knowing that people are gonna pay for this.
Oh, so we did we actually did do a survey. I surveyed about 51 people from different schools, Hoffman, Schaumburg, and Conant. Yeah, so I took a survey of those 51 people. There were about 20 from Schaumburg, and then 15 apiece from Hoffman and Conant. And so out of those surveys, only one person who kind of, you know, I really don't think he was taken it seriously, said that he would never use, or the person would never use some type of fan section or noisemaker to make sure that their team would win. So
So
we
all
did
of
do
them would
surveys.
use this and pay for it at the dollar value that you're asking for?
Yes.
Okay, and who are they students or parents only?
Yes, I believe we had a couple parents thrown in there, but mostly students said yes, they would pay for
So
something.
they would pay for this at the price point
Yeah.
Yes.
you're asking for?
Because it costs less than a t-shirt, and it costs less than a t-shirt.
So I'm just asking whether you vetted that process to arrive at what you did. So your net income after all this is going to be 42 grand,
Yes.
right? So is that sufficient for a team like you? I mean, you also have to get salaries out of it.
I mean,
Just thinking about it,
yes, I am.
if you really go serious into this.
Yeah, I mean, we all discussed it and we agreed that any income that we would make would go right back into the business, you know, we wouldn't take a salary out of it, you know.
So when do you take a salary? At what point do you say, hey, the business is successful and returning you your returns?
Probably by year 3 to 5, because that's when but that's when we really start seeing the upward growth, you know. So we really have to like work at it, you know, stay diligent and just follow the process.
What was the, you had $60 for landing page, $245 for the prototype, what was the third part? Oh, that was it.
Yeah,
Okay.
so,
And then the prototype cost.
yeah, we have to
That
break
doesn't
down.
matter.
Can you,
245, 245 to 60 is the
that's why I was thought
Where's the
Can you guys go
missing,
back to that page again?
Where's the missing 30 bucks? Who's got the 30?
God took it.
Here?
Right there, yeah.
Yeah, your math is
Oh,
on.
your math is up, yeah.
305.
Remember initially we asked, we were gonna change the landing page to 90 because of the monthly rate.
Oh.
But yeah, but then we found basically like a cheaper and more efficient alternative because we found an option that would give us more features and yet at a lower cost per year, so that's why we opted for that.
Yeah, so what number is correct? Is 60 and 245 correct? So the total should be 305.
Yeah, so
Yes,
it was
okay.
305, my bad.
Okay, so if you get the 305, you make the prototype, you are going to test it.
Yep.
How are you gonna, is a prototype, how many devices or? I'm trying to think of how you're gonna make.
I think they're saying one prototype, is it
Just
one or
one.
40?
Oh, you're making, can you go to the next page?
How many prototypes are you
Yeah,
making?
that's
Right there, where the,
Where?
how many are you planning on making prototypes?
Well, we need to make it, well, there's only gonna be one true prototype. There's gonna be like a, I guess, kind of a set
Yeah.
that we're going to like try to distribute. Hopefully we'll have enough materials, I mean, not hopefully, we will have enough materials to create 40 models considering the quantity.
Yeah.
And you guys are gonna assemble those all yourselves?
Yeah, because in all honesty, it is a fairly simple process. We just have to get rid of like the burn marks and like the hot glue stains and all that. But once it's all like nice and neat looking, then we can start giving it out to people and gauging their responses.
Can you explain the prices for the two items at the top then, Michael?
Oh, okay.
I don't know, maybe I just don't know what that
okay.
is, go ahead.
Okay, alright, so 16 dram pill bottle is about,
This is a 16 dram pill bottle right
Oh,
here,
it's the
okay?
It's about
size.
that.
It's the
Yes,
quantity.
it's
Right,
size. I
it's the size,
apologize.
okay.
Yes.
But then how many of those are you ordering is what I'm confused
we're
on?
ordering 360 of those.
360.
Of each, and that's what those prices are?
No, okay, 360 all 16 dram pill bottles for $75.
Okay, so you'll get
And-
360, I was like, there's no way that 16 of those costs,
Yeah.
now it's making more sense to me, thank you.
And then the 20 dram pill bottles, which is this one there, we are getting that at 290 count for $95.
Okay, and why are you asking for so much if you're only going to make a few?
Because I really did go through a lot of pill bottles. And it was kind of getting suspicious going to Walgreens and asking, hey, can I have all your pill bottles you didn't
We
use?
were wondering.
Did they give you
Yeah.
any?
Yes,
They
they still gave you, but I mean.
I mean, like, the more times you go, you get more
God.
questioning looks.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You guys are like.
It makes more sense now that I know the quantity, I was like, there's no way that bottle.
They're on a
costs
watch
75
list of
that's
some
why I-
sort.
right, I figured it. Your picture's on the back.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Is the long-term idea, I gotta say long-term, in the next, I don't know, next phase that you are doing it yourselves, that you're building them,
We plan
the
to
handmade?
Yeah.
really master the process, because, we want everyone to basically look the same, so we really have to make sure that, like you said, this month, you focus on cleaning up the burn marks and all of those little subtle things that'll make the overall product be like purchasable, something that is appealing to the eye. You don't want, I don't think we would never sell that.
It's terrible.
Clearly a prototype, So we really want to master that process and make sure it's very smooth, clean, before we even step into handing it out to people.
But you're giving it for free for this next
Yeah.
phase,
Mhm.
so that you get some traction.
I have to say, I like the name momentum because it allows you to expand to other areas, like it's broad.
Anything else? Okay. We're gonna go, kind of talk things over and then we'll be back on the show.
Nice job.
Karthik smashed him so proud.
I'm so proud of you.